over there?
United Seconds versus Versatile, they're called now. Used to be Tumu, used to be ITM, used to be Benchmark, and then before that were Best Friend Pet Foods.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, right?
You'd have played against Benchmark
Way back.
for Lytton,
Oh, yeah, I think I do remember that one. Yeah.
and they had another Right, welcome back. Bathed you in silence last week and it brought the goods. It's the second time that's happened this season for the Thistle, but here we are through Rangai Media, back at Childers Road Reserve for the second week in a row. Burgeoning crowd due to a bye for the Gisborne Thistle Youth Team A. As the ball sits in Gisborne Thistle goalkeeper and captain Mitchell Stewart Hill's warm and inviting hands. Somerton this time looked to put Travis White through into the corner. It's under pressure from Leggett there, who comes up with the ball. It's Hotas making the cutout there. That'll be Devon Leggett as opposed to Niall. And of course the Twins didn't endear themselves to Gisborne Thistle the last time these two teams played. Not the last time these teams should have played, but the last time they actually played, because the last time they were supposed to play, New Plymouth Rangers didn't bother coming through. But we won't go on about it. Here's Thompson now, keeping possession well here, Thistle for West Hill. It's been impressive so far this season, the young one. Rumours of him being shipped off to boarding school next year. So it might be a wee while before we see him in Thistle colours again after this season. Here's Wānoa. And pressure there by Leo Taylor up front for Rangers, and it's a turnover of possession coming through Yoshimura. And he's going to be offside there. Good to see two highly qualified assistant referees. It's Chris Niven on the far side and Ben Chisholm popping up for the second week in a row after an extended hiatus due to thespianic duties. Wedepahe on the ball now. Thistle allegedly deployed a 3-5-2 last week, which brought the 3 points, and you can see the three at the back again, and Wānoa, Junior Jimmy, not Jimmy Junior, and West Hill. Got Wedepahe out here on the right, and Manderson, of course a natural left footer out on the left, which is good to see. It's Rangers again coming away with the ball through Brown. And that's Taylor that's got around his man. He's got the goal at his mercy, and it's an early 1-0 lead to New Plymouth Rangers. The first few minutes. Leo Taylor really made short work of his marker in the middle and a composed finish, and that's not what Thistle would have been expecting, especially when they see that New Plymouth Rangers have only come through with the 12 players. So it's going to be really important here for Thistle just to be calm, realise that one swallow doesn't make a summer, and just stay composed. Here's West Hill now, and that goal really did come against the run of play. This will dictate in terms for sure. Here's Jimmy across the middle, looking for Hotas on the right. He slipped and remains on the ground. This Rangers ravenous here. A big tackle from Thompson, who's shaken his player. And Somerton now straight away at the other end meets the crossbar with the right foot. Good to see him utilising all of the resources that God gave him, and that's Leggett that's still struggling with the injury. Niall, that one, of course. And Thompson will remember the encounter last time at Maryland's Domain. Those mean, awful words that were said to his teammate. And he's coming over again. Leggett looks fine. And again, he's underneath. And it's a fleet-footed individual, that Leo Taylor. It's an incident in the middle that's seen Jimmy go down, looking for attention. There was a stray Charlie horse, perhaps, or something of the like. Leggett's gone and made himself very scarce, which is often an indicator of some sort of culpability. No physiotherapist on yet, despite the request from Constable David Salmon. And they'll be wanting to keep Jimmy on the field. Key player, of course. Been really good since his transfer from North Whate in Vanuatu. And he's going to take the free kick, which would suggest that he's probably all right. Thistle settling things again. Somerton now. He's a wizard with the ball at his feet, that man. The two Jimmies together working. Manderson out on the left. What can he do with that left foot? Needs to go around his player. But the cross is too deep. Stratton receiving out on the left for New Plymouth Rangers. Leg it now. Back to the goalkeeper, Peters. Currently sitting at the foot of the table, New Plymouth Rangers. No wins from 5. With the one draw with Whanganui Athletic. They really have bombed this season, to be fair, coming down from the Central League and losing their talisman in Matt Calvert. So they must have arrived at Childers Road last week without Ryan Holden due to a red card in the previous fixture. Names of the past, such as Grunwald, now applying their trade in Ngārua Wahia. But that was last week. Wede Pahei moving away, he's clocked that one up. Stratton's got leg and again Taylor now. Dangerous player in the middle, Taylor. All action. This will get away with a throw on that occasion. Building things up again from the back, Thistle now. Manderson. Has Jimmy on his inside. Starts again from the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper Mitchell Hill, of course, sponsored by Dynamic Rehab. Thank you for the continued support of Mark and the team there. Mark and Matt. Somerton uses his body well to wriggle through 2, and he's won the free kick on that occasion. It's a similar area of the pitch on the opposite side to the Thistle's first goal from last week. You can see Wānua getting forward, getting ready to get that head on the ball. And that's where the delivery is. Just a bit deep and grazes the skull of Somerton. And stayed in and will continue to stay in. Thompson, fortunately for the Thistle, is tracking. Keeping it in the back now before looking to build. You've got Hotas high on the right, ahead of Wede Pahei, who he does look for. And he's got lucky on that occasion, but the deflection is too far away to capitalise. It looks like rinse and repeat for Thistle. This time Salmon stepping over to get involved in the action. He's been good in the midfield this season, Constable David Salmon. Definitely a senior player these days. Great to have him back in the game after spending most of his 20s aboard cruise ships and what have you, forging out a career in the police force. Anderson can't quite keep that one in. David Salmon, of course, sponsored by Kitchen Works for all your kitchen joinery needs. Speaking of player sponsors, there's at least 3 vacancies, if not a 4th. If anybody likes the look of the boys from Vanuatu, that's Junior Jimmy at the back in the 18, sometimes in the middle if he wants to, and Samson Hotas out here on the right, number 9, applying their trade working for Kaiponi Farms, and Jules Hanson does a great job looking after them. So we can't expect them to pay their wages and their subs, but if there's anybody out there that wants to be associated with the boys from Vanuatu and the positive experiences in the community that they are enjoying through being involved in organised sport, competitive sport, let us know. Perhaps pop into the comments. We're not currently looking at the comments, but you could always pop in. It's a go from distance, and it's closer than it looked from Leggett there. Would have been one for the replay function. So Thistle really just looking for a little bit of something else here. They seem composed. No emergency sirens going off yet. It's a good ball from Westhill. Getting right the way over. There's Wedepahe looking a lot more comfortable on that right-hand side. Normally finding himself on the left, just plugging that gap that can never seem to be filled. There's Jimmy running across, picking up that one. A heavy challenge on Salmon, who doesn't complain, and it's been an odd deflection taking place in the middle there to prevent that one from being a Thistle throw, but here he is now, Stratton with the ball in his hands. Flick from Cumberledge has resulted in a throw-in for Gisborne Thistle, the opposite end of the field. Or not, as fate would have it. Here's Marsden now. Tight little pass with the outside of the right foot, but it's only gone as far as Wānua, who's just deposited into the grandstand. Wedepahe helping that one on its way. Swatas now on the right, winning the throw. Jimmy now, big long ball through to Manderson, but White can't quite get the flick on it. He's ended up with it, however. A little bit of a back out there from Amundsen. Here's White now. Just taking the pace off the ball there, and he's gone back to Westhill. Jimmy driving through the middle, but to a dead-end street. Wedepahe gets around to Hotas, who's bursting into the area. Flat cross across the top, and it's a great finish from David Salmon for the equaliser for Gisborne Thistle. It's a great response from the hosts. Good patient build-up from the Jags there. Sees Hotas into the area using all those skills honed on the futsal fields. Nice little square ball and the finish applied by David Salmon. For Electronet, Gisborne Thistle 1, New Plymouth Rangers 1. And from a home supporter's perspective, you'll hope that that'll be the shot in the arm that Thistle needed just to get up and on with it. It's David Leggett. Got to be careful. Assumed twins. So referee Russell Jones just needs to be careful to make sure he's got the right identity there. The 6 and the 10 are going to call it at least brothers, if not identical twins. I'm going to call them twins. Taylor in the middle. Thistle need to be very careful with him. He's very dangerous. Moves off both feet, and it's a great ball across. Yoshimura just couldn't take it in his stride. You might have thought to swing the boot through that one, and it might have proved much more fruitful. Sotas now under attention from Stratton. Got the turn but didn't keep possession. You can just see the weight come off Thistle's shoulders there with that equalising goal. Gives us another opportunity to mention the new signing, or the recent re-signing, in Hugo Lodevic. Also looking for a player sponsor, not featuring in the squad today, bit of a finger injury, just nursing that, making sure it's not going to cause too much grief long term. Wise move. New Plymouth Rangers throwing on that far side there. West Hill applies the head to it, and Travis White manages to keep it in, but it's fallen to the New Plymouth Rangers player. Here's Wānoa in pursuit. Leggett hot on his tail. Stuart Hill driving forward, sees West Hill, who's bouncing it back to Wānoa. Many options ahead of him, none immediately presenting. Thompson in a lot of space in the middle. Sees the runner Travis White and attempts to put the man through, showing a clean pair of heels. Good pressure there up front from Travis White. The apprentice diesel mechanic at the Overnight Service Centre, who have been kind enough to sponsor him for this season. Hopefully they've sponsored him and not just made him pay for it himself and say that that's the sponsor, but could be good for business, who knows. Should be a very aware ball through there. Fine Wedepahe on the right-hand side. He's now got Hotas, the danger man, the creator, linking well with Sampson. Good spell of possession here for the Thistle, and it has been the vast majority of possession to the Jags. It's Manderson now. Leggett. For the local connoisseurs amongst you that are deciding to watch from home and not down here at the ground, I'm not sure why you would, but maybe for the benefit of the folks in the club rooms, if anybody has a Boys High lens, I just want to say one name when you're looking at those Leggett twins, and I want to say Peter Ray. If anybody knows where Peter Ray might have been 20 to 30 years ago, and if it involved anything in and around New Plymouth, I'd start asking a few questions. It's a cliff. Foul there on Somerton. He's come across, he knows what he's doing, that's Leggett. He's taken the player out. Some refereeing advice going on, but wouldn't put that in the dog so category just quietly. Good vocals from the crowd though. Here's Sampson again looking for that tall timber in the penalty area. Can see Somerton shaping up, getting a body on his man there. It's a good delivery from Sampson. Here's Jimmy. Time to shoot, there's a deflection. And it'll be a Gisborne Thistle corner. Tell you what, if I was somebody who had a spare $300-400 out there and you wanted to use it to contribute positively to the team, I would be slapping my name right on the back of Junior Jimmy, hypothetically. You don't get the name on there because it costs us too much, but you'll get the street cred, you'll get it in the program, and he'll give you a cuddle, more than likely. Small delay in play as we look for a football. I think it would be one of the easier places to find one of those. It's Manderson. Good height on the delivery. Peters wants it. West Hill has brought the challenge and it's cleared away. Thompson gets it back in the mixer, but only for it to spit back out. It's Hotas now. Thistle players everywhere. Have to be careful not to spoil each other's meals. Here's Jimmy now. He just does really well to dictate the pace of the game, and obviously really impressive array of passing. It's a scything challenge from West Hill on Yoshimura. Yoshimura, to his credit, straight back up to his feet. Stuart Hill now. There's Jimmy again, just playing the game at his own pace. Nobody in a New Plymouth Rangers shirt seems too worried. Just now they begin to shift. Speaking of the shirts, little moment of consternation pre-game where Rangers decided that they would also wear blue today. Whether that was coupled with the mind games of warming up on the Thistle half of the field. Here's Yoshimura. In space on the right, advantage played by referee Russell Jones. It's a clear header at the far post for Cumberledge, but only into the side netting. Plenty of time available for Stuart Hill to settle it. Show a bit of concern for his fellow man. Make sure he's okay before placing the ball down and playing on. Here's West Hill. Junior Jimmy's got himself quite advanced here, just looking for the ball, looking to pull the strings. Inviting the challenge from Leggett, who decides to leave it alone. His Wedepa Hay has got Hotas on his outside. Salmon finding himself in a good pocket there. Just look at that. Look at Junior Jimmy there. He's playing in a back three, but on attack he's essentially joining in as a number 10. Deep line, granted, but he's all over the pitch when in possession for Gisborne Thistle. And this is the bit they'll have to be careful of when it breaks. I guess that's why they've got the insurance there in the other two. Salmon using strength, but it's met by Madsen in the middle. Marsden, I should say, rather. The young-looking side, Rangers, and that's Taylor. He's evaded the offside trap again. He's through on goal. Stuart Hill's going to need to be big, and it's another very composed finish from Leo Taylor just on the half-hour mark. And a real dagger there for the Thistle, just when they thought things were beginning to get back under control. Not a lead that Rangers would have expected, to be fair. You travel with 12 in the minivan to that. And you're halfway into the game, half an hour into the game, and you're up 2-1. Could it be one for the ages here at Childers Road Reserve? A real entertainment spectacle. Beautiful sunny winter's day in Gisborne. Temperature's not high. Give it a mid-teens. Danger there for Stuart Hill, but dealt with it with composure. It's West Hill getting around Yoshimura. And continuing. Somerton just about slipped Travis White there, but not to be on that occasion. Here's Leggett looking for Taylor up front again. One's cut out by Hotas, but met there by Marsden. And it's New Plymouth Rangers now in possession. It's Cumberledge. Leggett desperate on the left, but knows that he's wandered into an offside position. It'll result in a goal kick to Gisborne Thistle. And again, here's Stuart Hill with the ball on the floor, just settling things down. And credit where credit's due to New Plymouth Rangers. There's not been a game where they've had a toweling this season. And credit where credit's due to Thistle, aside of the two fixtures where everything conspired against them and took two absolute thrashings. Cumulative goal difference of -3 outside of those. So in terms of, if you call it net performance, pretty well matched sides here. Only really difference is, until today, nobody from New Plymouth Rangers had scored more than a single goal. Which is hard to believe given the proficiency of Taylor up front. It's very dangerous, always showing. Clever little ball underneath there from Hotas, but not able to be capitalised on. Of course, up front for Thistle, you've got Jimmy Somerton, who's 5 goals in 5 games, missing the Palmerston North United fixture. But those 5 goals came in 2 of those 5 games, a hat-trick and a brace last week. Here's Rangers again, dangerous in the box with numbers. Thistle not really committing enough back. Again, they find themselves trailing here as they move into half-time. You definitely know that they won't want to be behind on the score sheet, because that makes things a lot more difficult in the second half. You have to get 1 more goal, of course, and you have to get 2 to win. Whereas if they were even on the scoreboard, they'd only need to get 1 more goal. And if the other team didn't score any, then they'd win, and that's how the football works. It's Jimmy now, he's got Whites. Flag had stayed down, but you wonder whether it'd go up if he had received the ball. So West Hill looking to work through traffic here. Somerton uses his body well to secure possession there. A couple of jinks and jives from Anderson on the far side. Good ball across the top of the area, and it's a Travis White boot that's worn the head off. Looks like Daniel Leggett, if that's his name. Who has not requested treatment. Perhaps just a little bit of skullduggery there, trying to draw the ire of referee Russell Jones upon Travis White, who didn't look too concerned from the get-go. Maybe a bit of residual damage from contests past. Not many worse things than a pain in the neck, though. Rangers' solitary substitute warms up on the sideline. Sampson now in traffic in the middle, does well to retain position. Definitely it, just to confirm. Still now. There's Summerton putting pressure on Pittims, who's thumped the ball onto number 2. West Hill with the throw now. Wānoa. Gets all the way back to Stuart Hill. Scott Wiedepahay on his outside. Goes long though. Looking for Hotas under pressure from Stratton. White's requested that he leave that one for him. Good shouts from the crowd there, letting Salmon know that he's under pressure, which of course is now released in the safety of the rear guard. White's driving well, but Salmon wrong-footed on that occasion. Summerton quiet so far today up front for Thistle. Just looking to hold that space to make sure he's available for those chances when they come, and that's the role up front for him. Oftentimes reaching a little bit too deep, trying to get on the ball as he's done here. There's Manderson out on the left. He's got Hothouse and acres of space on the right-hand side. Summerton holds the ball in the middle and will look to wriggle between the two, but can't quite do so. Salmon does exceptionally well to hold possession, and the clearance comes across from Pittims. Shout out to David Sampson and the mighty Waikato. Who's of course the senior to David Salmon, so therefore David Salmon might need a alternate first name to use to save confusion. Everybody out there in the land of the internet will be happy to know that the Gisborne Thistle Youth Team B halftime oranges saga has been solved. Breeze Parsons will collect them from Gareth at work, and he will bring them to the team to enjoy. Wiedepahay. Of course, sponsored by Gisborne High Abs. Salmon now. Summerton thought about picking that one up, but just stayed out of harm's way. Here's Cumberledge now on the left-hand side cutting in. Taylor in the middle looking for the chest to leg it, but the offside flag has come up on that occasion. Wānoa coming across to cover, comes up with the chocolates. Jimmy now, looking for Jimmy Summerton, whose flick has made it all the way to Samson Hothouse, little outside of the right, and promising move just put paid to. There's Summerton again using his full frame. Sampson has Hothouse. And there's the source of the confusion. You got David Salmon and Samson Hotas. Tough times here on the mic. Free kick there to New Plymouth Rangers. Corey Thompson getting a little bit too handsy in the middle there. Here's Devon Leggett standing over the ball. He's got Yoshimura in the middle, and again that was probably not as close as it looked from here due to the lack of movement from Stuart Hill. As we move into the closing stages of the first half. Little lull, lack of ball people gives us the opportunity to venture onto the Rango Media YouTube channel. You can see that a good number of you are tuning in. Bit of technical advice coming in on the comments there. But always good to see PK. G'day, my friend. Good to see you tuning in. And thank you for the text commentary. Something that is crucial when, according to Ruben, you might not be able to hear us. Here's Manderson looking to skip around Amundsen there. He ends up with the corner. Good opportunity for Thistle to reach parity on the score sheet, heading into the halftime break. Do possess aerial threats in West Hill. Man with the 42-inch vertical leap, as well as Wānoa. And of course, Jimmy Summerton, who doesn't really need to jump. It's West Hill at the far stick, but it's come off the side of his head, and Wānoa, who's sent that one over. Here's Peters just soaking things right up here. Yoshimura under attention from Jimmy. He's come up with the ball, but also come up with a foul, which he didn't agree with as a player, but when would they? One's over again, and here's Taylor. Dangerous. Finishing, looking to apply the finish early on the left foot. And that one hasn't struck the back of the net for him. So just waiting for the opening here. Thompson, space to turn. Sampson under pressure though. Manages to retain possession under the challenge from Brown. Here's Manderson, seeing if we can draw a product on that left-hand side. Leggett rides that challenge and comes up with the ball. Stuart Hill gets things moving quickly. Hotas travelling across the pitch. Sampson looking for White, but White gambled on misjudgment from Leggett, which did not eventuate. Hotas keeps that one in, but it's coughed up to Cumberledge. Leggett now is Yoshimura, who will bear down on goal. He's not taken his opportunity to start in the box, however. And pressure from Anderson sees it out for a goal kick. Shout out to one James Holden in the crowd. supporting his nephew. Speaking of crowd sightings, no Corey Land sightings today. One wonders where he may be, perhaps off kicking a ball somewhere. Challenge from Thompson Strong again, and that left ankle of Niall Leggett causing him a little bit of grief. And again, credit where credit's due. The man with the quite high fade is walking it off. It's just a fade above the ears though. It's not like a full sort of round the back kind of fade. Not a beaker. Hotas can't keep that one in as we hurtle towards the half-time whistle. It's Leggett now. Salmon cuts that one out. Strong challenge from Wānoa sees possession with Gisborne Thistle. Jimmy looks to pierce the defence to find Somerton. It's Manderson forcing Amundsen back to his keeper, who's shanked it royally. It's Manderson getting the ball back in with some sort of urgency. Jimmy drops one down to Salmon. Returns the favour. This little reverse pass there. You can see that head zipping about on those shoulders. He's always cooking something. Junior Jimmy. Been a great signing for the club so far this season. Wedderbahay gets the throw in to Jimmy Somerton. Dangerous one here for Taylor. Wānoa gets the body on him. He too well to not find himself in the book here, but similar challenge to one down the other end. Stratton standing over this one. Looks like he's looking at the near post for the ball to drop down, but he's gone far. Strong header from West Hill. Tuss can't catch up to that one. Loose touch from Cumberledge, who looks quite young. I don't have the statistics immediately available at this point in time, but a little bit of a guess the age of the New Plymouth Rangers players could be in order. Maybe just make up the age. It's Manderson trying to be a little bit too cute there on that occasion. Here's Thistle, last chance saloon heading into the half to create, and it's not materialised on that occasion, but it's a fortunate slip from Jimmy. She'll bring a free kick to more than likely close out the half. This one wants to go long and into the box due to the available time. Not sure whether Salmon will be alerted to that. Just watch for that whistle to come up to the pursed lips of Russell the Love Muscle Jones. It's holding firm at this stage. It's one into the area. It's the defensive header from Leggett. At least they play on the other ends of the pitch, the two Leggett boys. Thistle now just building, definitely racing the whistle. Play still continues. Had about 3 last chances for the half here, the Jags. Redepahay, Somerton in the middle. Strong challenge coming in from Marsden. Here's Somerton drifting across the top of the area. It's Manderson on his outside. He needs to get this on goal at pace, and it's the corner which there remains to be time available in which to take it. And in the interest of fairness, unless my watch defies me, if New Plymouth Rangers concede here, they might feel somewhat hard done by of the amount of time. It's goalward, but it's into the hands of Peterson. He's probably quite glad that one didn't go in, Jones there. Although we can't see the game clock, we don't know the absolute time. I forgot to start my stopwatch. But I'm not going to forget to take a little rest now. You'll see that it is at half-time here at Childers Road Reserve. New Plymouth Rangers 2, Electronet Gisborne Thistle 1, and we'll see you in 13 minutes and 12 seconds. But it's Gisborne Thistle well down on the score sheet so far, being taught a bit of a lesson across the back, more than anything, by Leo Taylor and Niall Leggett. Hotas coming through with it on that occasion, White with a little bit of space in the middle. And you just wonder whether the injection of one Ruben Garcias of the bench could be that little spark that's required here for Thistle. It's a great ball from Thompson. There's White turning across the top of the area, but then back on himself. And Marston's absolutely worn that one in the side of the head. I don't know how he's still standing on his feet. Hay makes the cut out there, but only for Amundsen to find Cumberledge on the left-hand side. It's a skewed shape that Thistle is sitting in. Jimmy again further forward, and perhaps that's part of the design. A long whistle there from Russell Jones indicates that Salmon's going to at least receive a talking to here, which is currently in progress. Free kick in a dangerous area to New Plymouth Rangers. And PK, to answer your question just in that comment section on the first little half there, the wind has dissipated and it was cold over half time, but I don't think it's worth a goal, to be frank and honest, if I may. Imagine that's one of the Leggett's standing over there, that's straight into the arms of Stuart Hill. As Somerton out on the left, he's under attention from Amundsen, who'll look to spin his man here, which he does on the inside. Continues and has a good pass through to Junior Jimmy in the middle. Just fouled once, but continued. Hotas will try and keep that one in, which he manages to do so. Jimmy now on the edge of the area. Good ball into the far post. White's waiting there, but it's not reached him. Brings it under control and has options beneath him. Salmon with the glance from distance, but not on the right side of the post. It's been busy in this game today, Salmon. No Matt McVeigh in the middle, just carrying a slight injury from during the week, and we can see Shai Avni warming up on the sideline. Does look like a change of shape for Thistle as well. West Hill battling away in the middle there. He's done well to hold possession, but couldn't get it to Jimmy. There's Stuart Hill outside of his area with the power header. Hotas now claiming for the handball. Here's Amundsen. It's a good save from Stuart Hill with the legs. Electronic Gisborne Thistle under the pump here at home. New Plymouth Rangers in a 3-1 lead, scoring almost instantaneously after half time. Heap the pressure on the locals, and they're going to need to try and crawl their way out of this one. Stuart Hill with the ball in his hands. He's got Travis White in space on the left under attention from Amundsen. Salmon now in the middle. Plays it across the face of goal, and Hay probably didn't want that one or need it. There's Wanoa with the little nick. Travis White getting deeper and deeper. You've got Somerton isolated up top. Thompson on the ball now. And Jimmy pulling the strings, but just needs some forward impetus now, really, the home side. Thompson keeps that one, and Somerton manages to retain possession. He's got Manderson and acres of space out here on the left, and White and Thompson at the far post. The cross is a good one through to Thompson. It's across the face of goal, and it's into the net. Second goal for Electronic Gisborne Thistle, Corey Thompson. Also sponsored by Kitchenworks, and it's the Kitchenworks boys that are holding things together for Thistle today. It's 3-2 in the 52nd minute here. So Thistle have kept themselves in the game here, which is something they really needed to do. It had a, excuse the turn of phrase, but a bed shit written all over it for some time there, and we'll see what the subsequent action is now from the home side. Amundsen going for the defensive bomb, questionable strategy. Marsden brings that one through, and it's Taylor now again. He's going to need the challenge from one, and it's the fourth for New Plymouth Rangers going ahead again here. It's a hat-trick to Leo Taylor, and he's been an absolute revelation. Gisborne Thistle coach Tam Kramer looks to change things. And it's Shai Avni coming into the game for Ziggy West Hill. An immediate response from New Plymouth Rangers, and it's onus back on Gisborne Thistle now to have their own say. It's a goal fest at Childers Road Reserve. Left side of a back four for Avni, Thompson shuffling into centre back, and Junior Jimmy looking to move further forward to try and get a bit of creativity going for the Thistle. I don't think in a million years Rangers would have thought they'd come here to Childers Road Reserve and score 4. And to be fair, the game's still open. It's still there for the taking. Rare occasion where neither of the Thistle goals have come through the main man, Jimmy Summerton, who surely will be wanting to have his own say today. Rangers playing with a swagger there, I know, it has to be said. And that right back spot does look like the opportunity. Travis White just straying into an offside position. Avni, a heavy touch there, results. And Pittam sending the ball upfield. Here's Salmon now, going on a mazy dribble of his own. It's a great recovering challenge from Brown. The intensity's just lifted here at Childers Road Reserve. You feel the murmur in the crowd and you hear some more voices on the pitch. Avni's probably done enough to win the throw for Thistle there. The last ditch toe. There's Salmon waiting for the scraps. There's Manderson on his outside. White with a heavy touch, resulting in a New Plymouth Rangers throw. Free kick there for the push from Junior Jimmy. A little bit soft, but valid. Free kick now, Leggett's going to be the man to take it. It's going to be over and away. Stuart Hill doesn't need to bother himself with that one. Avni looking for Manderson up the line but can't find him. White's there to pick up the scraps. Loose touch from Anderson and Pittams has resulted in a throw to Gisborne Thistle. Somerton coming over, looking to pick up possession. He's fouled from behind by Pittams, and then Leggett's attempted to take him out as well. He's had enough and has a go from distance, but it's blocked by the New Plymouth Rangers defence. Here's Hotas on the right-hand side of the area, looking to wriggle himself free. It's well defended. Sweetepa Hayes just coughed that one up, and Cumberledge tries to go around the outside. Avni putting Manderson away. He's in pursuit by Amundsen. One's gone out of play, however. Scrappy little period of the fixture now. Plenty of time for Thistle, and it's the tactics from Rangers here that will be trying to slow the game right down, take any momentum that Thistle can try and build out of it. Thompson with a good defensive header, but it didn't reach a Thistle player. Wainoa moving out of the back now. But it's not getting anywhere for Thistle at the moment. Avni agricultural again against Yoshimura, but no punishment on that occasion. Thompson looking to go long, and he's got Somerton dangerous here, one-on-one. It's the place he likes to be. It's a desperate lunge from Leggett, which has drawn the corner for Gisborne Thistle. Salmon saunters over to take it. Good opportunity to give some thanks to former Gisborne Thistle Chairman and President Ronnie Young for his support of Jimmy Somerton by way of player sponsorship. After the corner, a big moment here for Gisborne Thistle. It's Ruben Garcia looking to enter the fixture. Man out of Uruguay. Only got a handful of minutes last week against Wanganui. He's got enough time in this game to really make an impression. Nervous times for Thistle as that one goes into the area. It's an athletic reverse bicycle, can you call it that, from Niall Leggett. Pittams leaves a mark on Somerton there, and here comes the substitution. It's McVeigh and Garcia entering the fray for Hotas and White. Plenty of experience offered from McVeigh coming into the midfield, and Garcia looking at coming on the right-hand side. Clever ball from Salmon looking for the run of McVeigh. Thwarted by the New Plymouth Rangers defence, however. Jimmy just gets a body on there. Bringing a New Plymouth Rangers free kick. Amundsen wants it quick, but nobody wants to give it to him. They've gone low to Stratton. under pressure from Garcia. McVeigh comes over to assist. Good energy from the two substitutes for Thistle, and a good response from Stratton, to be fair. So they'll have at least half an hour to make their impact. It's Jimmy getting right back and beating one when it looked like he was in a little bit of trouble. Someone's eating something awful in the grandstand, just quietly. Either that or burning paint. Thompson has one go and manages to wind up with it again. It's McVeigh from distance. Paint or potentially avgas of some type. Interesting scent going on up here, and if we lose communications, it's because we've lost consciousness. A mixture of sausages, onions, and shoe polish. Here's Taylor again, dangerous on the outside. He's unstoppable at this stage. Thompson coughs one up. Cumberledge can't quite get the power on anything. Here's Garcia, his first chance, and he's going to go around the outside of Stratton. Wound up with the throw and looks to take it quickly, but elects different. Here's Jimmy now. Looking to create again, looking to pull strings. As the forward pass to Garcias. Hay covers his error well on that occasion. And again, the tempo just brings right down again. Not sure if that's English, but you understand what we mean. It's Jimmy thwarted by Marsden. And a quiet achiever in that New Plymouth Rangers midfield. It's Cumberledge. Looking for Leggett in the middle. It's cut out by Avni. It's not going to go out, though. And eventually resulting in a corner. Plymouth Rangers taking their sweet time in doing so. As that ball comes over, it's to the far post. It's one-legged on the end of it. Avni time to chest it in the middle, and again it's Summerton isolating Pittams. Good challenge from the centre-back on this occasion. Summerton will want to throw it from the other side of the rails, but not be able to. Summerton now is salmon underneath, if he can catch up with that before it goes across the byline, but he won't. Thistle again, need 3 goals, still plenty of time. Garcia hot on Yoshimura, who's changed sides. Yoshimura manages to get the ball upfield. Wainua cuts this one out though. Has Wedepahe and it's off his shins and into the sideline. Garcia not happy with the throw, but it's a cross that Thistle have to deal with into the area, and that one's bounced over the heads of everybody. Avni now. Couldn't wrap the left boot around it, so it's gone out of play. McVeigh challenging Brown. He's wriggled through and now has Manderson to deal with. Jimmy, a good tackle in the middle there. Clean and outside the right foot. Here's Somerton isolated again. He's going to try and get it around Leggett, who's done well to win possession then. Off for the relative safety of a throw-in. Manderson's found the spare one on halfway and have to make his way back up to the area of the pitch that the ball crossed the line in. Here's Avni. Gisborne Thistle starts to look a bit longer in their range of passing. That relative desperation may start to creep in. It's Garcia, a tidy little ball underneath, just couldn't quite meet the run of Somerton. Here he is again, another chance to get things started. Looks like he's going to find Somerton every time, Garcia. That one's under hit from Somerton to Manderson though, and here's the danger man, the hat-trick scorer, Taylor. As Amundsen in the bike shorts and into the area. Jimmy does well to win and hold possession there. Completes a full turn on himself, and then it's again that man Taylor unmarked at the front for New Plymouth Rangers. Rudy Bahey does a good job on Cumberledge then, and it's Garcia who's trying to catch up with this one. Again tries to go underneath Stratton, but it's a strategy that's going to need to be revised. Here's McVeigh. Trying to prevent Leggett from reaching through, but he's only done so for the corner. Another opportunity for New Plymouth Rangers and another challenge for Gisborne Thistle. Got Brown at the top of the area. Thwarted by Salmon and Thompson. There's Somerton again one-on-one as the other defenders come and managed to get himself free, but they can't keep relying on Somerton to do it for himself. That's the problem here. It's McVeigh again looking long for Somerton, who is onside. Just needs to catch up with that one before it crosses the goal line again. Isolated Pittons have been going at him. The ball across the top of the area, but nobody there for Thistle. I'll tell you what, PK, I don't know if it was the beans on toast or the commentary, but Thistle needs something else here. Beans on toast does sound delicious as New Plymouth Rangers make their only substitution. It's Cumberledge coming off and Aman Pawar going on. And it's a Thistle debut for Isaac Bush from the Kapiti Coast. Sponsored by Alan Callett Panel and Paint, who will go on in the right back spot. Good range of passing. Be looking to get Junior Jimmy on the ball again. Bush has space there. Junior Doctor. So he's a clever man and a useful man. So Avni has time to open out. It's Manderson there, exchanges with Salmon. Fast feed across the Thistle midfield. That position is secured safely. With around about 20 minutes to go and several goals required, they want to be moving with a little bit more urgency at the moment. But it's never through want of trying. But if New Plymouth Rangers are to go on and take the points here, it's a great way to get their first win of the season. And it'll be a very happy trip home as Garcia spins his man, travels across the middle of the field, but no pass available to him. Jimmy now has Salmon, who has Avni across him. He's got Summerton moving to the left flank, but little pass underneath looking for Manderson. Bore no fruit. It's Wainua with an impressive leap and a good defensive header. Garcia with a tidy touch. That one's coughed up in possession though, and it's Taylor. Great defensive challenge from Corey Thompson. Talismanic challenge, you would have to say. Here's Salmon now, Taylor on the floor. New Plymouth Rangers playing with 10 at the moment. Just looking for too much out of that pass though. Jimmy does look tired. It's Bush trying to catch up to Yoshimura. He's turned inside out on that occasion. Ball comes over and it's Taylor in acres of space, and it's a deflection from Avni, bearing the question from Stuart Hill as to why the man who's got all the goals for Rangers is completely unmarked in the area. Corner coming over now from Marston for New Plymouth Rangers. Thompson a half clearance on that, which is enough for Thistle to move the ball away. Here's Summerton again, one-on-one with Pittams, and a good pass from Jimmy, well weighted, but Jimmy Summerton couldn't get to it before Stratton for New Plymouth Rangers. Definitely a good combination between the two. Jimmy, it's a great pass and it's a great header at the far post for Garcia. And Gisborne Thistle with the third goal here, making things very interesting for the last 15-20 minutes or so. Very well taken finish at the far post for Ruben Garcia, who incidentally does not have a player sponsor. If anybody wants to help the man out, could he have dragged Gisborne Thistle back into the fixture here? So 15-20 minutes to play, 2 goals to get for the win for Thistle. Or will it be the pattern of the day where Rangers just send it down the other end and Leo Taylor scores? Seven-goal thriller so far here at Childers Road Reserve. Bush does well to win that one. A ding-dong battle there over at the top corner of the pitch. Here's Salmon looking to hold possession, does well to get it to McVeigh. It's ended up back in New Plymouth Rangers. Here's Taylor reaching deeper now himself, looking to get on the ball some more. Amundsen on the right. Reasonable delivery across the top of the box, but not a lot of pace on it. It's Wainua again looking to win big. Summerton using his ample frame to secure possession on that occasion. It's a great little pass there for Manderson. Pittams is sizing up the challenge. Just withdrew at the last second. Didn't bring as much of a collision as we might have expected. Here's Avni. Oh, Leggett imploring his troops. It's another ball into the area. It's a punch drawn from Peters. Bush gets it back into the area, and McVeigh, another punch from Peters. It's Jimmy now, and that pace of the game has increased as Thistle get a sniff, but they're going to need to work defensively still and pick up the players that Stuart Hill, their captain, was requesting. Composed there from Wānoa for Bush. Sends it back to Garcia. Stuart Hill's got Avni outside of him. Took a while for the ball to roll there though. Here's Avni with the drive now. Summerton in the middle, but he's coughed that one up to Taylor. Brown now. Wānoa does well to body his man. Here's Amundsen, the right back, standing in front of goal for New Plymouth Rangers. The challenge comes in from Jimmy and the ball's into the hands of Stuart Hill. All action here at Childers Road Reserve. Summerton is a mile offside, so he's going to need to check his run. Bush tries out the back heel and somehow ends up with the ball again. Summerton in a bit of space up top, but he's backed himself into a corner. Assistant referee Niven finds the free kick on the far side there. This is going to be an advantageous position for Thistle if they can get that tall timber. Bearing in mind it's one of the shortest men on the pitch that just scored the last goal from a full stretch header at the far post. Here's Salmon standing over it looking for that delivery. Summerton and Wānoa at the far post, West Hill off the field. Avni does not join in. Weighted ball to the far post. It's the head of Amundsen that is last on at for Rangers. Manages to keep it in, but one touch too many, and it's a free kick, unfortunately, for the Thistle. You can just hear the words there of Russell Jones, not for the first time requesting Rangers to keep the pace in the game. They're entitled to slow it down. But you wonder where there's a lot of injury time on the horizon. Jimmy travelling across the pitch. Nothing on that side. And just misdirected pass. Garcia appreciated the thought. It's Wānoa. Bush will keep that one in comfortably. And just no result on that occasion. Garcia still working hard out on that right side, and Junior Jimmy being industrious all day. Good throw from Garcia, almost found Summerton there. Well spotted. And the hacky sack does not bring a favourable result there. Yoshimura's throw only gets Bush a kick in the goalies, but it's Junior Jimmy coming away with it, and some space for Manderson out on the left, but it didn't get to him. Definite opportunities showing up. Just loose touch from players on both sides, causing more problems than what there needs to be. Cold breeze just making its way across the ground again. It's bathed in sunshine, but it's shade up here at the top of the grandstand. You'd do anything for a Gold Air 2000 watt fan heater, I'll tell you that much. Nice extension cord coming from the former commentary box. Just to take that edge off. Salmon has McVeigh who's moving forward. It's the one ahead of him by Leggett. Manderson comes and pressures, and it's good teamwork with David Salmon. Jimmy, a great little ball there for Garcia, who's been found offside. He's not going to agree with that, but accepts the decision to his credit. So 7 goals here so far at Childers Road Reserve today. The odd goal was the lead for New Plymouth Rangers. Stellar performance from Leo Taylor up top for them, who's just drifted back with the addition of Pawa into the game. Leggett boys have been key for Rangers at both ends of the field. Some dancing feet there from New Plymouth Rangers, but it's ended up in possession for Gisborne Thistle. Yoshimura, a speculative one across the face of Stuart Hill's goal. Keeps the ball in and throws long and good to Avni, who just needs to turn. Not much information coming his way, however. It's Pittham's forcing another throw as Manderson sees Jimmy Summerton up the line. It's a good long throw. It's Avni now. Salmon in the middle, but he's going to have to go all the way back to Stuart Hill. Scuffs one somewhat, but Bush should be able to keep that in, which he does. Jimmy on the ball now, looking for Summerton at the far post, and it was almost over the head of Pittham's, but it's a good defensive clearance. It's Amundsen battling away there. Here's Avni. Jimmy has a very hopeful strike from about 40 yards out. Here's Wanoa putting a bit of pressure on Pawa. Brown's got Leggett into the area under the attention from Thompson, who doesn't let him past him, but it's like he's suffering from a wee bit of cramp there. Good to see the two combatants maintaining some level of humanity on that occasion. Looks like Marsden taking the corner. It's a good whip ball to the near post, and Wanoa on hand to thigh it away, if you can call it that. Amundsen wins the header to keep it in possession of New Plymouth Rangers. Here's Leggett heading for the corner. Seems a little early to be doing that. Probably around 10 minutes to play here, but Leggett just ensuring that he remains on the pitch. There's no substitutes for New Plymouth Rangers. Or no physiotherapist either. The bus driver and someone's dad are in the grandstand down the bottom, so it's the coach that has to make his way over. It's all over on the top pitch, but still plenty of time. Well, I shouldn't say plenty of time. Enough time here for Thistle to get what they need. See Caden Manderson just in the foreground here, I would assume. Chatting to his fan club on the side. Manderson sponsored by Genetic Technologies this season. Bit of Genetic Technologies going in there as well. He looks like he's grown about 3 years in the last 6 months. possibly the highest throw-in possible on the pitch there for Rangers, and again they've hit it into the corner. And if there's 6 or 7 minutes to play here, it's going to be a pretty dull 6 or 7 minutes of keeping the ball in the corner, but you can't blame them. They've got the lead to preserve. It would be a ram rage coming over to Gisborne with 12 players trying to wear the same colour kit as them, and they're warming up in their patch. Thistle need to get this ball forward and quick. Stuart Hill's gone short to Avni. It's Amundsen putting his frame in the way of that one. Junior Jimmy ending up with the ball. He's got Garcia on the right. Keeps it for Bush short. And he's just been everywhere today, Jimmy. Man that doesn't deserve to be on a losing team. It's Thompson. Good little ball there for Garcia, who's done well to keep it in. Twice and hold his feet. Has to go all the way back to Jimmy though. There's Wānoa. Summerton now in the middle. Salmon Thistle just holding on to possession, but need a couple of goals here. Not a set of passes. But a home support building on the far side as the adjacent fixture is finished. Here's Thompson. Rangers sitting very deep, just allowing Thistle to come at them. Lovely's going to have to work to keep that one in. It's a good challenge from Taylor. It's been a man of the match performance from him so far today. 3 very composed finishes. Sees New Plymouth Rangers with the lead. Time running out for Gisborne Thistle. Will be no less than 5 minutes left in the fixture, you would imagine. They need something here. McVeigh, a great ball into the area on the far side. Garcia's gone straight for goal, and he's drawn the paw from Peters, which is going to bring the corner in a pressure situation for New Plymouth Rangers. Thistle can afford to calm this one here. I hope there's been some communication with the referee. They need Wānoa's head in the middle, not looking for the short corner. And Salmon will wait for that to happen. Good delivery. It's McVeigh on the edge of the area, but head of steam into the drive. As we move into referee's time with this goal kicking, you'd imagine that this will take as long as possible to get back in play. Liggett coming over to take it and sends it long. It's Wānoa. Huffney now has the spinning ball to contend with. Small shirt pull spotted there by Jones on Taylor. Pick up the yellow card for delaying the restart of play. It's almost got the full set of things there, and he wants to be careful walking across the front of the ball. Avni now. Salmon, ball moving a lot quicker for Thistle, and it's real time for urgency now. All the players inside top third of the pitch, more or less. Liggett's come away with it. Wānoa with the lunging challenge. They'll just use this to suck up a little bit more time, Rangers. It's Liggett, who did have trouble with the ankle early on and Wano is going to find himself in the book here for the reckless challenge. Always plays with a smile on his face, Wanoa. Deserves to be congratulated for that. Grandson of former All White Richard Mulligan. Gisborne football royalty. Speaking of, two men in front of me right now, and John Hill and John Gillies fall into that category as well. Hill, 82 All White to the World Cup in Spain, the grandfather of Ziggy Westhill. Bush does well to win that one and keep it in play. Jimmy's going to go long too. Jimmy Summerton here, but just couldn't get the veracity on the pass as it was required. Loose touch there from Amundsen. And Anderson steps across with the challenge. Got both Leggett's at the back now for New Plymouth Rangers. Taylor up front. Bundling ball over, and it's Wano, an awkward one with Pavar, and Wano has gone down awkwardly on that left leg. Here's Summerton, query on the offside, but he's where he likes to be, moving into the area. Big challenge from behind and a dangerous free kick here. You'd have to say to finish the game for Thistle, and this will be a last chance saloon for them. Jones making sure that he's getting every minute out of it. Here's Summerton standing over the ball. Garcia was keen, but was told to leave it for Summerton, who hasn't put his stamp on the game yet today, so he'll be keen to do so now. You got the players lining up, but let's be honest, they're only there for a rebound. Straight into the wall from Summerton, and then couldn't get the body over it. And you might think that's all she wrote for Thistle. A good game for the neutral, but not what the home crowd wanted. New Plymouth Rangers seemed to have their first points of the season. See the whistle in Russell Jones' mouth. Or maybe that's just a microphone. Here's Avni. Back into a wall here and unable to do anything apart from play it out. Oh, Leggett again, he's gone flying over that one. Getting himself into a bit of bother, and Thistle have bought themselves another opportunity as long as this one goes forward. Here's their chance to deny New Plymouth Rangers the full 3 points. It's a good ball into the area. It's a flick off the head, and it's into the hands of Peters, who will hit the deck, and that'll be all she wrote here at Childers Road Reserve. It's an incredible victory for New Plymouth Rangers over Gisborne Thistle, the final scoreline being New Plymouth Rangers 4, Electronet Gisborne Thistle 3. Thank you for your company. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Rangai channel, and we will see you next time.